Welcome, welcome. This is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. We are going to make a crazy card. It's quite the card, but I wanted to show you really quick what we were going to use to make the card. Now, I do want to remind you, if you place a $35 online order or more, you will receive, and you got to use the host code. Let me grab that so that you can see what it is. Host code is right here, and it's also linked below the video. You will get the solid faceted gems. They're super cute. I don't have any on hand. I ordered them, but ordering is backlogged. And then the other thing I wanted to show you, I linked to the spring paper party retreat below this video in the description. I am so excited to show you the gorgeous spring. Look how cute these handles are. This is the retreat bag. I designed this bag with you in mind. I thought this flower was gorgeous, and it says, "A flower blossoms for its own joy, Oscar Wilde." And this is just the cutest tote bag. It's got a little pocket inside. I absolutely love it. So anybody who purchases my spring paper party retreat will get this bag filled with all of their goodies for the retreat. So you don't want to miss out on that. All right. So today we are going to use the Day at the Farm Designer Series paper. This paper is only available for celebration. So it's not available till January 5th. It's a free paper pack that you get when you place a $50 online order or more. You can choose to get this for free starting January 5th. Unless, of course, you're a demonstrator, and then you will get this. You can get this now. So the paper is so cute. I just thought I'd show it to you really quick. All these fun farm designs. So stinking adorable. So there's this. Lots of fun papers. I love this one. I feel like this could go in like a little kid's room. You could just frame the whole thing and put it in like a toddler or a nursery, whatever. Super cute. And I love this one because, you know, I like to grow my veggies. Super, super cute paper. Okay, so that's what we're using. We're using this paper and lots of other cardstocks. And then this is the stamp set and the dies. So let's hop right in, okay? Because this is going to take us a little while. Look at all this that I've already pre-done. So there is a huge stack here of cardstocks. Now, don't worry, I have a free project sheet for you. It's not up yet because I'm having to work on finishing that. I got a little bit behind, but it will be available, and you will have all of this for free from me. And yeah, so don't worry about writing measurements down. You'll have a project sheet that you can follow. So our cardstock here is Sahara Sand, and it is cut. You know what? Let me grab my cheat sheet because I'm not going to remember. And I did, FYI, all these measurements. I found this idea on a blog, but it was in another language and in metric measurements. And so I converted everything I could to imperial and messed around with it until I got it the way I thought it should be. So hopefully, I mean, it will all come together because I've already made one. But anyways, so this is Sahara Sand. It's cut at 11 by 8 1/4. You're going to start out by scoring your cardstock. I need to move some stuff over here. At 2 3/4. And I'm using my scoring slider here. 5 1/2. And 8 1/4. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Okay. And then we are going to go to the 1 3/8 inch mark on the top, and we're going to score from the 2 3/4 score line to the 5 1/2 score line. Okay. Make a score mark right there. Then we're going to turn this around and we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. 1 3/8 and then score from 2 3/4 to 5 1/2. Okay. Okay. Now the hardest part is you need to cut from this 1 3/8 inch mark to the other 1 3/8 inch mark. So the easiest way to do this is to line your cardstock up at 2 3/4. Put your cutting blade in. It's going to go down at the 1 3/8 inch mark, and you're going to cut all the way down to 9 5/8. Okay? And now we've made our cut, and then you're going to flip it over and you're going to repeat this on the other side exactly the same. Whoops. 2 3/4. And then you're looking at your blade ruler here. You're lining it up at 1 3/8 and cutting all the way down to 9 3/4. So you've essentially cut the center of this cardstock, okay? The middle piece. Now the folding. The folding is funky. So just follow along here, and you may have to, like, if you're watching this in replay, you may have to pause this and go back to kind of get it all. So we're going to worry about the center first. We're going to start with a valley fold in the center, and you're being careful not to fold anywhere else. Then we're going to do a peak. Then we're going to do a valley. Then we're going to do a peak. Then we're going to do a valley. Okay, so we've got our center folded. Now we're going to fold the other side. So we're going to do a valley up at the top and bottom, then a peak, then you guessed it, a valley. So peaks and valleys is what we're doing here. Now, the way this will come together is just by very slowly pushing it into the center, just like that. Okay, it does take a little practice, so if you're struggling, don't give up when you make this card. If you struggle to get it to fold the way you want it to, please don't give up. All right, so hopefully I went slow enough and you guys caught that. If not, you can always pause this, rewind it, rewatch it, and don't forget I have that project sheet for you. But this is how it will look when it's finished. Now, the next step is to put your panels on. So these panels are cut at 2 3/4 by 8, and we're gonna add these panels to each side of this card base. I'm using my multi-purpose glue because I want this to be able to wiggle around a little bit as I get it in place. So obviously you don't want to put glue on the center piece here. You just want it on the outside. You're going to start by lining your panel up at the top, and then get it lined up at the bottom and just adhere it in place. And then you'll just flip your card over and repeat this step on this side. Okay. And that is your basic, that's the base of this entire card. So from here, it's all about whatever you want to add to it. It's not, you know, this is just kind of like, this is how the card is made. Okay. So each one of these squares is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. These ones in the center, all of them across the bottom and all across the top. So what I did is I cut what you're gonna need. Let me show you. Let me show you. So you're going to need 10 pieces of cardstock that are 2 1/2 by 2 1/2. And then you're gonna need 10 pieces of designer series that are 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So to save some time, I went ahead and already layered these together. And I just wanna show you quickly how they go on. So 10 of each is what you'll need. Okay. And another one. Okay, so then you'll do those all across the bottom and all across the top. And then here I've cut different ones, different designer series paper and different colors for the cardstock, but it's the same size, and you can push this flat. Don't be afraid to push it back down flat. It'll pop right back up for you. Okay. And then for these little fellas on the side, we've got 4 pieces of cardstock. Where's my cheat sheet? I want to make sure I tell you the right measurements. These are cut at 1 1/8 by 2 1/2, and then the designer series paper is 7/8 of an inch by 2 1/4. So these are going to go on the sides. I am so glad I layered these 2 pieces of paper together, because we would be here a long time just layering. All right, so there's those pieces. And then I've got pieces for the front and the back as well. So I've got a piece of basic black cardstock, and this piece is cut, you'll need 2 of these if you were to do the same. This is cut at 2 1/2 by 8. Okay. And then I have a piece of designer series paper, and this is cut at 2 1/4 by 7 3/4. We're going to add this like so. Okay. And then I have a strip of cardstock, designer paper, excuse me, that's cut at 3/4 by 7 3/4. Okay. And this piece is just going to go on here like so. Now from here, it's just kind of all decorating. It's up to you. I have all the rest of the pieces to finish this card off at the top and everything. And I have the pieces to finish it off at the back. But through the magic of TV, we've got this guy all finished and ready to go. So those are all of our panel pieces inside, on the front, and then on the back. And when it stands up, it looks like this. It's really quite a marvel. It's beautiful. But I wanted to show you some decorating. I thought we could do some decorating together. Now, my original idea for this card, and I may still do this, I think I will still do this, is to use the new alphabet dies and put HAPPY and then down here BDAY. Happy B-Day. But I don't have the dies because I let Miss Deborah use them to cut card kits. So I don't have those with me, but I have the idea. So I'm not gonna finish the inside just yet, but I did think we could finish the outside, and that would be fun. So I die cut these little friends from the designer series paper. The die cuts just cut them right out. Need to trim the edges of my dimensionals here so we can get full use of these guys. All right. So here is the moo cow. And then we've got some piggies. As you can see, it does want to flop open. So a few options. One, you could totally make a belly band to slide over the top of this to hold it shut. That's an option. You could use ribbon and have a ribbon and a bow here. I personally am not going to worry about it because it's going to go in an envelope. And when it comes out of the envelope, I would imagine the person is not going to, they're either going to set it up on a desk or they're on something, or they're going to put it back in the envelope. So it's up to you if you want to do that. Now, the way this was presented on the blog, which I did link to on my blog, and I would tell you her name, but I don't know her name because it was all in another language, and I'm not even going to attempt. So, anyway, they did photos and made this like a mini photo album. So I thought that was really cool too. So there's lots of options, things you can do with this. Okay. Gonna weight it down there just a little bit. And we're gonna add our little piggies, which are so cute. I love a farm animal. I really do. We did have a tragedy on our little humble homestead here. We don't have a homestead. I just think it's cute to say that. But we've got chickens, and so we let them out to free range, and something got one of them, and it was super sad. It made me tear up because I just was like, oh, my poor chicken. It's just sad when they get attacked by something. I think it was a dog. We've got a couple of neighborhood German Shepherds. We don't really know where they're from because I would have a conversation with the owners, but every once in a while they get out. And when they do, they wreak havoc. So anyway, so there's our cute front. Isn't that cute? And then on the inside, I thought it would be cute to add a couple of these guys. Or maybe I'll just add a little lamb there. But we got to glue them flat. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut a little 2x2 square. To go here. Let's just cut a 2x2 square really quick. Because we need something. I don't know if this paper is. Oh, it is. Good. Yay. We need something to just be able to sign or write the little message on, right? So you'll need a little square. You could do 2 squares if you wanted to have more space to write. Okay. Now just imagine my letters up here, my happy B-Day. That would be so cute. And then, maybe we'll add, I don't know, we got this little piggy here. I don't know. Maybe we'll just leave him off. So that's the card. It's super dang cute. I didn't even have to stamp anything because the die cuts cut all this the designer series paper out. You could obviously do a million different little things on the front, but just so fun. And I'll probably add these little piggies once I have my letters in place. And then we'll have happy B-Day, and then we'll have a cute little sentiment here or place to write our note. And I think this just makes a super fun card, especially for the person in your life that either loves farm animals or has farm animals or whatever. And you could obviously change this out for any paper, any stamp set or dies. It's very cute, very interchangeable. So that is the fun card for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Now, if you're new around here, this is the part where we hang out for a few minutes and I answer any questions that you guys send in. If you are interested in that, that's okay. There will be a link in the description of this video about an hour from now, giving you all the information and details on how to make this card. So you can print your project sheet that way. All right, so let's see. Who do we have? Checking in from beautiful, sunny Costa Rica. Oh, that is awesome. I am here on time for once. That's funny. Well, we don't keep track, I promise. Good afternoon. Hello, hello in Wisconsin. Ooh, it's about to get super nasty in Wisconsin, I believe. Thank you, Marcia, for saying to hit the thumbs up. So appreciate that. You guys love the tote bag for the spring paper party. Snowing in Seattle. Deb had to run. Snowing in Washington. Love this card. Negative 42 Celsius in Canada. Yowza. That is cold. Hope all is well after this morning's earthquake. I do not live near where the earthquake happened. I didn't even feel it. So no worries there. I've actually received several messages about the earthquake. I am okay and no problems here where we live. We're pretty far inland. So hello in the Netherlands and Germany. So nice to see you all. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, Miss Tracy. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you enjoyed making this card with me. Super simple, easy card. It's just a lot of steps. So you got to bring your patience and be ready to sit and cut cardstock because it's got a lot. It's heavy. This probably will require extra postage. It's not going to be something that's just going to be able to be like popped in the mail with one stamp. It's fairly heavy. I would say it's like over an ounce easy. So anyway, super fun. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will not be live next week here on YouTube. I am taking some time off to be with my family next week. So I will have a video out for you, God willing, and the water don't rise. I will have a video, but I won't be live. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas. Thank you all so much for being here with me every week and supporting my business and all of the fun things. I appreciate you so much, more than you'll ever know. So take care, and I'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye.